Hello Pisces, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot and welcome to your mid-month reading for August 2022. Thanks so much for joining me and hopefully you're all doing well. We're going to take a look into the overall theme here, see what messages are coming through for you. Right, overall theme here for Pisces, second half of August 2022, messages for Pisces. What do we have? We have a jumper here. Yeah, a change in the wind, right? Changes for the better, right? Especially if you've been stuck in a rut or there's been like blocks, delays and challenges and setbacks and, and maybe you're trying to make some positive changes in your life, whatever this might be for you. I feel like now is the time, right? I feel like now is the time for things to start moving along, so to speak, right? Let's take a look into the runes. We'll do a casting and see what messages are coming through for you. And changes don't have to be negative necessarily. It's positive. It's always going to direct you and guide you and move you along into the next stage of your life, where you're meant to be, who you're meant to be with, okay? It's just some sort of change that needs to happen, right? It's about time, right? Some of you could have been waiting for changes. Let's take a look here into the runes. Right, see what messages are coming through here. Okay, so we'll take a look into the recent past here for some context, right? Yeah, so looking into the past here with the runes, right, it's telling me that intuitively, right, you're trusting what you feel. You trust what you know on a deeper level, right? And so there's the sense of needing to override any sort of fears, any sort of worries, the anxiety that comes up to the surface around a situation, maybe around people in relationships, right? Just to keep moving forward, not to force things to happen, but to allow something to flow, right? And it can come across maybe for some of you with difficult people or situations, right? For some of you, maybe it's your own fears and anxiety that are holding you back, but I feel like you're trusting yourself enough to keep moving forward here, right? Yeah, we have the 5 of Wands. I can see this as an inner struggle, right, within yourself, bringing me back to this Hagalaz energy, right, which is kind of this internal destruction. There is the High Priestess, again, at the bottom of the deck here, right? So I feel like, yes, your intuition is guiding you, this deep knowing about needing to move through challenges. For some of you, this could be arguments and drama within relationships in some way, shape, or form, right? And it's a repetitive type of pattern. It's very challenging. So you feel like you're experiencing the same thing over and over again, right? But I feel like for some of you here, you know that you're kind of going to rise above the drama. You're not interested in stirring the pot, so to speak. So you just kind of, for some of you, I almost feel like you're pulling away and, bringing me back to the High Priestess here. She's the mystic. She's, secret. It's kind of like an isolated type of energy. So she does tend to pull away, keeps to herself, right? And maybe for some of you here, you're kind of trying to pull away from the drama, from, arguments and stuff, because you're not interested in lowering yourself, right, in regards to the dynamic and the vibration of that energy. So it feels like you're just trying to rise above the fray, so to speak, in regards to whatever. This could be with your coworkers, your family members, friends, right? It could be anything here. Let's take a look into the current situation here, right? And I do feel like there could be an outcast type of energy within a situation here with a group of people, right? Because maybe it's coming across as misunderstanding. Maybe they don't understand you. They feel that you need to pull away, that you need to spend time alone, right? The fact that you don't want to involve yourself in conflict and drama and arguments. And maybe that's just something that they're used to, that they like to do. Some people like to stir the pot and they, want to spread out their opinions and beliefs and all of these things. And then they get other people involved. And some people don't understand that, you're not interested in involving yourself in this type of energy. So again, for some of you, it's coming across as feeling rejected or outcast, or feeling like you can't find a group of people to include yourself with. Some of you, I feel like you're trying to manifest or create an opportunity to find a sense of meaning and purpose through a group that you connect with, right? Where you're in alignment with, and you're not interested in the battle, right? Yeah, we have Temperance here. And that's the thing. I feel like you're grounded and centered and balanced and calm within yourself, right? And this is someone who, again, typically she's got one foot on land and one foot in water. And that's a representation of, again, your intuition and your guidance and being Pisces energy, being yourself, right? And opening yourself up to the higher realms, spiritual energy, higher power, getting guidance, right? This sort of energy, but also being practical and grounding yourself to reality and not being all kind of floaty, so to speak, right? There's a need to ground yourself into reality, practical discernment, that sort of energy. And I feel like for some of you here, and you've been working on this for a long period of time here, and I do feel like you're trying to create a new reality for yourself in some way. Maybe it's through a work situation, a career path. Maybe it's in regards to online and, people within a certain type of group or interest, things that you like to do, but you're not interested in the drama, right? You want to realign yourself. I feel like you're trying to realign yourself with a healthier group of people because you're not interested in the conflict, right? You're not wanting to stir the pot. And so perhaps you have removed yourself from some of these groups, unfollowed, unsubscribed, whatever this might be for you, and you're moving along and in search of something that you're more in alignment with, right? So let's take a look here. And I mean, for some of you, it could be a work situation where maybe you just pulled yourself away, you work alone, you work from home because you can't deal with this drama at work. And so maybe some of you are actually looking for a new work environment, right? To align yourself with a healthier work situation, groups of people, right, that you connect with. So let's take a look into this. Because, I'm looking at Othela Merkstave, which is the rune of the home and family, and feeling like you belong and you fit in, but it's reversed. So some of you, this could be like an outcast in regards to your home and family, like the black sheep. This can come through as, again, a rejection in some way, shape, or form. Not feeling wanted, not feeling loved, not feeling appreciated, ignored, ghosted by friends, ghosted by some of these people you thought were your friends. Right? There's a sense of instability here. We do have the Knave of Swords, right? This is your challenge here. And I feel like some of you, this is start looking for, and again, for some of you, this could again be new work, right? Looking for a new job. So updating your resume, your cover letter, right? Really focusing on the details in regards to the cover letter that you're, the place that you're applying for, and make it specific. So it's not just a general cover letter, that kind of thing. Really work hard on that, because I do feel there's this sense of instability or insecurity around a situation. For some of you, it feels like a work-related type of situation. For others, I feel like you're out there searching and looking and keeping an eye on new opportunities with a place perhaps online or even in your own community, where you feel connected and wanted and where you belong in regards to groups and social groups. But even like a family situation, I feel like some of you are feeling rejected from your family, or maybe some of your family members here, right? And so you could be just interested in opening yourself up to people. Family doesn't have to be blood family. It can be, other people in your life where you, again, have a sense of connection and love and camaraderie, and you get along and you have similar interests. But there's this sense of, being open to a variety of people in a variety of ways, and not rejecting somebody based on their interests or, whatever that is for you. Because there's a strong energy of rejection from family, from friends, co-workers, community, like a strong rejection energy and difficulties. And so some of you just pulled away, focused on yourself, centering yourself, grounding yourself, and you're opening yourself up to the possibilities of something new. For some of you, it's a new home. Maybe you have a community that you're in, right, that it's not working out. Could be neighbors, that sort of thing, right? Let's take a look here. Rocky relationships with your parents, relatives, that sort of thing, right? Let's take a look at the help. Yeah, you're considering your options, right? 7 of Cups, opening yourself up to potential possibilities of again, new relationships, new connections, new work situations, right? Whatever this might be for you, a new community of people, new place to live, right? We do have justice at the bottom of the deck, right? There's a decision that needs to be made here. For some of you, you're in a contractual type of energy, especially if it is in regards to work, right? Or, maybe for some of you, it has everything to do with like a mortgage. You're going to have to put your house up for sale, or maybe you're renting or that sort of thing, right? There's something coming through here for some where there's a decision that needs to be made. There's legal matters involved, documents, agreements that need to be signed, but it comes down to truth and honesty and being true to yourself, right? To create, again, there's a centered energy here, being centered and grounded and balanced within yourself. And when you start doing that and working on yourself, and I feel that you're going to, again, some of these relationships, friendships, family members are going to just start dissolving out of your life because you're no longer in alignment, not saying that you're better or they're better, but it's because the energy is off, right? Where you're just you've grown and you've evolved, and you have some people who don't want to work on themselves, who don't want to grow or evolve. They want to keep doing and stay at the same place. They don't want to learn. They don't want to, they're just being it's like a fixed energy. They're very stuck or stubborn. And so you have to allow these people to be who they are, but to transform your own life. And for sometimes that means removing yourself or releasing people in your life where it's not working out anymore and they're not in agreement. You're different, than who you were because you have changed, right? You are a different person. You're not who you thought they were. And how do I say this? You're different than who you were when you met these people, perhaps with some of these friendships. You've kind of outgrown your friendship circle. And for some of you, even family members, you're just kind of no longer in alignment there. And so what we have here is the help is that you're ready to open yourself up to some major changes and transform your life. You have a vision for your future here, right? And it comes back down to you. What do you want? What choices are you going to make? And so considering and opening yourself up to new possibilities of making new friends and new connections, and maybe even moving to a new community, right? Connecting with people who are like-minded, right? Who are welcoming and loving and caring and supportive, right? Let's take a look at the advice here. What is the advice? Yeah, what I'm picking up here is that you're not really making any major changes right now. The advice here is kind of like an internalized energy. So really the need to open yourself up to the change in direction that needs to happen. But again, there's some sort of planning that's involved here. There needs to, for some of you, it could actually be coming down to releasing any sort of excess in your life as well, especially if you're going to downsize, or even relocate. This to me can come across as like some sort of long distance type of move. And in order for you to do that, maybe you want to lighten the load and maybe, have a yard sale or give some items away to charity or whatever this is for you, right? But there's, again, perhaps an energy of excess that needs to be released. But I do feel that some of you, in regards to a new direction with perhaps contracts, relationships, friendships that's coming through here, you're meant to really kind of go within and figure out, kind of clarify, use some discernment with the Seven of Cups, right? Not just opening yourself up to anybody and any sort of group or any sort of, you want to have an open heart, but again, it comes down to discernment, right? Again, because you're a water sign and you're being Pisces, opposite house and sign, you want to head to Virgo, use discernment, being practical in regards to the situation, the changes that you want to make in your life, and not really there can be a lot of confusion and uncertainty and feeling overwhelmed with the options and ideas and dreams that you have for yourself, right? So you need to anchor it back down into reality here before making any sort of major decision, right? Yeah, Queen of Swords. Right, so Queen of Swords is very similar to the energy of justice. It's cardinal air, it's Libra energy. And so again, it comes back down to your own truth, but there's a decision here that needs to be made. And again, it comes down to being honest with yourself. We do have the Ten of Swords. So I do feel for some of you that you're accepting the fact that a situation is coming to an end, a cycle, patterns, habits, right, dynamics with relationships, that sort of thing. And it is very painful. There could be some deceit, a little betrayal, thinking that people are your friends or that you're connected to some of these people, especially if it's, long-term friendships or even relatives or your own like close family members, right? This can be very, very painful. And for some of you, it can come across as this failure, that there's just, anything that you're trying to do in regards to making friends, it's not working out. But there's a higher purpose. It comes down to trusting that there's a higher purpose for your life and that you're meant to move and grow and evolve and to connect with new groups of people. And I do feel that they are here. You're opening yourself up, right, to a vision for your future where you can connect with, again, new groups of people here, to make new friends and family, whatever this is for you, loving relationships, right? But again, there needs to be some sort of balance in your life here, right? So it comes again across as giving and receiving. So the amount of energy and effort that you put towards relationships is, exactly what you're going to get back. And so if you can start opening yourself and making this decision in regards to moving forward, right, the decision for yourself to put in the effort before making any sort of major changes here in your life to redirect it in some sort of way, and before moving forward to realize that, again, there needs to be an equal balance of energy with communication and opening yourself up to, again, receiving help and assistance in some sort of way through other people. But it's also coming across as, again, the need to use some sort of discernment. But I'm also picking up, I'm just going to clarify one more card here with this Queen of Swords. Right, yeah, there's the Fool, right? So again, there is this new opportunity that you're trying to create for yourself right around the corner, right? But again, this is one of the runes of movement. In the reverse position, there's going to be delays. There's some sort of a setback, right, in regards to how quickly you want to make these changes in your life. So it's almost like you need to kind of remain right where you are with some of these people, especially if it's a work situation, to stay where you are before making any sort of major decisions and to kind of start coming up with a plan, because I do feel like some of you just want to liberate yourself and you want to break free and make some major changes right now. And so yes, that energy is here, and yes, it's coming through. And again, we have the Nine of Wands now at the bottom of the deck after I pulled out the Fool. And so you're at this point of exhaustion, you're tired, you're kind of at this breaking point where you're just, tired of what it is that you're doing and perhaps some of the people that you're with. And maybe some of you have even blocked a lot of these people in your life, right? So, and that's the thing here. I feel like the help is that you do have a lot of help and you do have a lot of assistance, but also the fact of the matter is that there's a lot of changes that you need to be making here in regards to a life path, your lifestyle or friendship group or family members, right? There's some sort of major changes and transformations that have to happen. And sometimes these come across as endings because you're starting to see these people clearly for who they are, right? And especially if they're bringing you down and they're talking bad about you behind your back. We have difficult energies here, like I said before, right? In the reverse position, it's very difficult, and they could actually be talking about you behind your back, right? And gossiping and spreading lies and rumors, and you don't know who you're really dealing with, right? Who some of these people truly are. So it's really important to pull away and to, as you kind of move through the energies, as you start moving towards this new life that you want to create for yourself, and again, coming up with a plan and using discernment in regards to the next steps. Like I said, you probably have a lot of possibilities and options and not really sure what the next direction is to take, right? A lot of this has to do with going within to release any sort of fears and stuff, and to open up your mind, to relax it so that you can get the clarity and the answers and the information that you need, and open yourself up to communicating to others, new opportunities, new jobs, new places to live, that sort of thing. So I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to happen behind the scenes here, right? Making these decisions behind the scenes for yourself, for your best and highest good. And for some of them, yes, relationship related work, where are you going to live, signing new contracts, these sorts of things, getting kind of your basic needs met in some way, shape, or form, and slowly moving forward, right? And so again, for some of you, if you're open up to moving, we'll start looking for places to live, right? If you're looking for a new job, start looking for new work. If you want to move somewhere else, look for work somewhere else, but also look for a place to live, or, you know, whatever these things are. For some of you, it's relationships and connections that you're meeting with people online. Use discernment. Don't just start following groups of people. Take a good hard look at the information that they're sharing on their page. Is this somebody that you want to follow? You know, that sort of thing, right? So there's almost a need to just slow down and pump the brakes a bit to, again, don't force yourself to make any major changes right now. I know that you're exhausted and you kind of want to give up, but the tribe here is at the bottom of the deck also. There are new groups of people, connections, relationships, right, that you will be in alignment with. And I do feel like this new path that you want for yourself, you're making it available for you by just putting your energy out there. But again, I feel like there's some sort of realignment within yourself that needs to take place first before you start jumping into new and different things, right? Before you scatter your energies about too much, right? That's kind of what it comes down here. There's a need to come up with a plan and have a strategy and slow down a little bit before breaking free and liberating yourself from a situation that you don't want to be in, right? So this is what I have for you, Pisces. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.